we got some big news to cover tonight. We had a big weigh-in. It is July 5th. Getting ready for the Jorge Masvidal versus the Nate Diaz fight, you guys, coming July 6th, Saturday night. We have a big weigh-in. As you can see, Jorge Masvidal is not looking great. He is not looking good. He looks like he has a little bit of a belly on him. Nate Diaz, on the other hand, is looking sharp, and he is looking like he is ready to fight, like he means business. He looked like he done put himself through a good, clean training camp, you guys. As far as Jorge Masvidal, though, he does not look too good, you guys. He had a little bit of weight around the belly. He looks like he's just struggled to make the weight, and doesn't look like he's ready to go 10 rounds in the fight, in the boxing match with Nate Diaz. I feel like Nate Diaz is gonna pull this one off. He's going to push the fight. He's going to be able to work his distance, work his jab. He got some good combinations that he can put together. And I feel like Nate Diaz, in the end, is going to win this fight in a decision. I don't feel like anybody's going to get knocked out. I don't think neither one has the power to knock each other out. I know Jorge Masvidal has the power to probably knock out Nate Diaz with 2-ounce or 4-ounce gloves in the UFC, but I don't think that he has enough power to knock out Nate Diaz with 10-ounce gloves on in a boxing ring with boxing rules. So I think Nate Diaz got this one in the bag. He kind of looks like he had a better camp than Jorge Masvidal, and I feel like Jorge Masvidal is gonna kind of fade out in about, I would say, 5 rounds, maybe 6. He'll get tired, and Nate Diaz will be able to pull it on from there, and we'll be able to see as a good fight come July 6th, you guys. Now I'm telling you out there, I hope you guys are watching and understanding that what is going to take place. And we got 2 upcoming competitors. You know, we got Nate Diaz. He is a black belt jiu-jitsu ex-UFC champion. We have Jorge Masvidal, who is a street fighter, ex-UFC champion, BMF champion. So it's gonna be a big, exciting show, you guys, come Saturday night, July 6th. I feel like Nate Diaz will pull this one off in a clean fashion, you guys. I think Nate Diaz will be able to work his distance. I think he'll be able to just keep him away, and every time Jorge gets close, Nate Diaz will just be able to work the combinations and keep him away, and be able to score points, and he'll be able to win. I believe it's going to be about, let's say, let me tell you guys, I feel like it's going to be, I would say 6 rounds to 3. I would say 6 rounds, 7 rounds to 3. Let's say 7 rounds to 3 Nate Diaz. I don't think Jorge Masvidal is going to do much, and if he does, it's going to be early in the rounds. I feel like Jorge's probably going to come out, you guys, and throw everything he has to the wind and see if he can just land a lucky punch and knock Nate Diaz out. But I feel like Nate Diaz got enough defense. He's good enough in boxing where he'll be able to just catch the shot to roll him off the shoulder, and he'll be able to just work his moves, you know. I feel like Nate Diaz will be able to just slip and keep him away with his jabs, and he'll be able to ultimately win this fight with 7-3 on the scorecards with the judges. So I feel like Jorge is looking a little pudgy, you guys, to tell you the truth. I feel like he's looking a little pudgy around the midsection. He's also going to put on weight. He's going to rehydrate, so he's going to come into the fight a little heavier, which is probably going to play a factor against him. Nate Diaz looks like he's just comfortable in the weight that he is, and he'll be able to just come in and really do what he knows what he has to do, and that's win by all means, just like he said in the press conference. So let me tell you guys, I feel like Nate Diaz is going to pull this one off. If you guys don't feel like Nate Diaz is going to pull this one off and you're going with Jorge Masvidal, then you can leave a comment and we can go ahead and talk about it, cover some topics, whatever the case may be, however you guys feel. But I feel like Nate Diaz is going to pull this one off. If you can agree with me, let's go ahead and just show your boy some love. You are watching Shiloh Sports News, and we are going to try to cover as much as we possibly can. We all know that this is going to be a phone booth fight. They both hate each other. They do not like each other, and it's gonna be a epic fight come Saturday night, July 6th, you guys. I feel like it's gonna be a little bloody. You know, I don't feel like there's gonna be major cuts, but I feel like it could be a little bloody. Now we do know Nate Diaz fell last time against Jake Paul in the last fight he had against Jake Paul. So hopefully, we'll see, you guys. We'll see if he has good enough defense to be able to pull this one off against Jorge Masvidal. Jorge Masvidal might not be able to catch him like Jake Paul did, but who knows? Jorge Masvidal is used to fighting in the UFC and in the streets, so his boxing might not be as sharp as Jake Paul's when it comes to this bout. So I feel like Nate Diaz is gonna pull this one off, you guys. 7-3. It's gonna go the distance, and if you can agree with me, show your boy that love, and if you disagree, I understand. We are here to cover this boxing fight come July 6th between Jorge Masvidal versus Nate Diaz. We all know that they come from the UFC. You know, we know that they're trying to transition into boxing because they feel like that's an easy paycheck for both of them. That's the reason why they are transitioning. That's the reason why we're seeing a lot of UFC fighters transitioning into boxing, because yes, they still love the fight. They miss the fight, and the only way to get that easy paycheck, and they see the way people are paying for these fights now and paying for the pay-per-view. So why not put the gloves on, keep it easy, and go in there and fight in boxing rules? You know what I mean? It's easy for everybody in the end, and nobody really gets hurt, and they get paid. If you kind of look at it, Jorge's not looking too great, you guys, and he's still gonna make a big check off of this pay-per-view event come July 6th. So we'll see, you know. And Nate Diaz knows the pay he can get, so he knows what he got to do. He knows he has to go out there, you guys, and win in a big fashion by keeping Jorge away. I think he's gonna work that jab. He's gonna slip it. He's gonna be able to throw the 1-2, and then I think it's gonna be all from there. You know, I think Nate Diaz is gonna be able to walk away with this one. He kind of seems like he's more quieter. He didn't really have much to say in the press conference, you guys. Jorge was more of a talker, which we all know. He talks a lot, so we're gonna see if he can back up his words come July 6th. So hopefully Nate Diaz can go out there and do what he's been trained to do, and that's work his combinations and work his jab, you guys, and we'll see. So stay tuned, you guys. Don't forget, this is your boy Shiloh Sports Talk. Don't forget that like button, that subscribe button. Don't forget to show your boy some love. Hit that bell so you can get the notification every time we upload the videos. And don't forget to leave that comment so we can argue about these fights, because I know a lot of you guys out there are going for Jorge Masvidal. So we're going to see you guys. Stay tuned. All right. Love you. Peace.